Alrighty, good evening everybody, this here is Sotenga. And I feel like streaming some good old Contra on the NES. Maybe I'll go to the arcade version too, I don't know. No guarantees, don't hold me to that, but I will at least play that which I am most familiar with. I don't think I got my controller confusion sorted out from last time, but oh well, it is what it is. So let me see. So, if you were pleased to be streaming... there we go, there we go. So yeah, I have a new background based on Earthbound, which I thought looked really cool. I plucked it off from the internet. Hey there, Snarbu, good evening, how are you, sir? I thought it was just a really neato background, and Earthbound is kind of my favorite RPG of all time, so, you know. Shrug, yeah? Ugh. Oy. I'm a little tired, though. It's been cold and snowy all day. Huh. Da, 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 da. Yep, I am also pretty average, but let's see if I can do better than average at good old Contra. One of my favorite games ever? Probably my, like, you know, second or third favorite game ever, if I had to give a metric on it. How's the sound, by the way? Should I turn the game up? Should I turn myself down? Or vice versa? I'm going to declare a mulligan. That was stupid. I shouldn't die that early. I'm a little out of practice, but... oh, child, that was embarrassing. But, yeah. I have not played Contra in a while. Matter of fact, you know what? I shouldn't be playing this version. Oh. Unsupported or malformed mapper? Are you kidding me? Okay, I was gonna play the Japanese version, but the stupid emulator is telling me it's an unsupported or malformed mapper? Whatever the Christ that means, so... okay, there's a problem with Nestopia. I might use FC Ultra from this point onward. Maybe it would be more responsive to my controller as well. But I've already got this set up for Nestopia, and I don't want to bore you guys, so... let's just charge full speed ahead with this. They do lose out on the swaying trees and whatnot, but... this is the version I grew up with. There's nothing wrong with it except looking slightly less dynamic. Oh my god! God! Okay, if I die there again, I'm not gonna mulligan. I promise. Jeez, this is making me look like a total clown, I'm sure, but, practice makes perfect. Third time's a charm. Nobody's nerfing this messes a place. Feel free to hit the thumbs down if I have one. I don't know if I do. By the way, thanks to, I believe the name is R. Redden, I got another subscriber overnight, and very much thanks to them. I appreciate it. Although if I got the name wrong, I'm sorry. Twitch doesn't say these things. Anyway, now we have the spread gun, so if I play my cards right, I've already won the game. No, I can't say that. This game's still a real dick when it comes to the energy zone. Boy howdy, I hate the energy zone. But most everything else should be an easy clip to deal with. And we'll get that R. Plunging over the depths. Now, for all the pretty damn cool hacks that Castlevania has, I was hoping that there would be a good Contra hack somewhere out there. Sadly, I have not found one. Every Contra hack really just makes the platforming and enemy placement a lot more frustrating without really getting what makes Contra work. Oops. That was a fluke. So, yeah, someone would like to actually put some effort into a Contra hack. Let me know. I'd be interested to see your efforts. And here are the bizarre 2D stages. Which, of course... Oh yeah, I did get the rapid fire, so... yeah, it doesn't spread as much if you mash the button too much. But, yeah, I think I'm holding up pretty well with it. That cannon's a bit of a pain to deal with. I'm just going to shoot this down here. I think speedruns will mash the fire button and get the most power of it. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm not a speedrunner. I wish I was, because it'd probably get more attention that way, but... I would like to do a gimmick known as a slow run, but honestly, I have no idea how I would make a quote-unquote slow run stand out from just a normal playthrough of a game. So, really, it's just marketing crap that I can't really substantiate. Oh well. Maybe there's a way I could put it to use, but, I have no idea. Anyway, onto the waterfall. Get maximum suck times in Doom. Yeah, I should definitely stream some Doom on this thing. I would most certainly love to. It should take roughly 32 hours if you go for every map. I wonder if anyone's done that before. I wonder if I can get John Romero to sign on to seeing that. He's a pretty sociable guy, though, so maybe it's possible. Yeah, in Doom 2, that would be 32 hours. Yeah, you want to see a slow run. Try to witness me beating E4M1 on Ultra Violence. Oh, that's gonna be... That would be a royal shit show, I tell you what. Does anybody like that level? I say that, and then Snarbo, you're probably going to say that, yes, you like that level. That's usually how these things work. It's okay, yeah. It's not as bad as everyone says it is, but the lack of resources is really my problem forthright. Like, really, they should give you some more help for God's sakes. At least. Because even if you think you're the best Doom player ever, you're going to get hit no matter what. That's just the nature of hit scammers, you know? And away we go. It's kind of weird how there are no more base stages after this one. Yeah, oh, shittle cakes. This is an especially bad stage to lose my gun, to lose my spread gun. That's gonna make the boss really, really shitty to deal with. Oh! Oh god, I have not played this in a while. Oh, and it gives me the stupid F. Worst weapon in the game by a country mile. Honestly, maybe the default gun is more preferable. Oh no, this is just awful. Oh my god, it's like I forgot how to play. What is this? Oh boy. It has been quite the while though. Not to mention my stupid PC controller, for some reason, is not complying with my emulators. I wonder if it's too new or some crap like that. If that's even possible, if emulators haven't been properly future-proof for new technology. Yeah, rapid fire should come through. That might be a Nestopia problem. Yeah, you might be right. Although, I think I might have tried it on another emulator to no avail. Yeah, X input. That's probably the problem in question. I definitely have some experimenting to do. I'm just getting back into the stream game, and I don't know what the best of everything is. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. I'm just gonna pound the core directly. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, because I don't have the spread gun, this boss is going to take some effort. I do like the incredible and practical attack of trying to jump on me, though. These losers fooling themselves. Shooting me is fine. There. I can see that. Okay. So, this, if you don't have the spread gun, is maybe the hardest boss in the game to deal with. But I am going to do my best. Of course, once I destroy one of the brains... Ah, good. Very good. Completely missed him there. I'm sure this flickering effect looks like crap on my stream video. Anyway, despite eating shit so much throughout that stage, it came together pretty okay at the end there. Of course, stage 5 is where the game really stops messing around. And then stage 6 is when it stops messing around. Oh boy. Whoa, hang on, I had a slight pause there, I don't know what's going on. Slight error on my end, don't know what that's about, seems to be okay. You know, technology, fart. Oh no! Oh, for fuck's sake. I am definitely a little rusty, and dealing with the snow machine is going to be absolute agony if I don't get a damn spread gun. No, I'm not grabbing the F. It's not worth it. Oh, the spread gun fell into the ocean! Fantastic! Ah! Murphy's Law, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have to take on the fucking snowmobile without it. So I'm just gonna get back. Pound the hell out of the A key. You see, it is doable. It's just a lot harder. Ugh. Takahashi Major over here. Now that is bragging. Too bad I got another one to deal with. It's like, man, you thought that sucked? Well, do it again. Back, Jack, do it again. Ugh, God. Alright, that's enough of that. Honestly, in comparison, the actual end boss of the level isn't too bad. At least I don't remember them being too bad, but with as fantastically as this play has gone, let's see. You know, the laser weapon's a little impractical, but I like it. Yes, Snarb, the footballer boss is the next level. The Blasted Energy Zone. This here's the UFO. Oh, for God's sakes. Luckily, I was able to destroy it before it took me out, but... let's say my struggles make this more exciting. Yes, let's go with that, yes. Anyway, here we are at the Energy Zone, my least favorite stage by and far. Because of those fucking flamethrowers. You will see what I mean when we get there. Also, these, standy gunny guys are pretty bad. Okay? Just drop flat fuck down. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Jeez. I am so out of practice. Yeah, stages 6 and 7 are the absolute fuck you zone of the game. Level 8, honestly, is pretty easy in comparison. Electric Boogaloo, welcome! Welcome to my stream. Thank you so much for stopping in. I am doing poorly at Contra. Well, okay, I guess... For what the... Oh, come on! I shot upward! Stupid... God. Well, thank you. I much appreciate it. Good to be at this again. I'm still kind of getting my stream legs back. And I feel like I need to learn what works and what doesn't compared to the last time I did this. But I am, you know, I am eager to learn and more eager to succeed. So. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I should not have survived that. But, you know, what they say about looking gift horses in the mouth. Basically, don't do that. Okay. I think the barrier should run out soon, so I won't risk it. Okay, there we go. I'm sure anyone who's played this game 1,000 times knows exactly when the barrier runs out. Although they really could use, like, some sort of signification. Man, this stage really does not give you a lot of weapons, does it? And here's the future footballer, the weirdest looking boss in the game. I don't know if this is a hot take, but the European Probotector version of this boss, I honestly think he looks more badass in the European version, if you can believe it. But okay, there we go. Yeah, no elevator action returns in that Zuntata top 30. That is a total ripoff. I mean, I'm glad Daddy Bulk was number 2, but, like, oh, EAR is just an amazing soundtrack. Especially Colors of Night. Oh god, it's so good. Oh, so good, so good. Yeah, no future footballers and any other... Oh, no. For some reason, these guys become really problematic late in the game. Uh-oh. Oh, you can see the precarious situation that... Die! Well, unfortunately, I can't get that, but if I can get a spread gun before the stage is over, maybe I won't blow it. Still, I think I have at least one more continue, so... If I die here, I'm not completely screwed. Okay. Although, those stone walls popping up are a pretty dick move. Oh god! That is a huge dick move, and I'm surprised I didn't succumb to it. It's been a bit of a while since I played this. I don't exactly remember where every little thing is, so that makes it more exciting. Speaking of which, it's been a long time since I played Shadowgate, and I think that would be a really fun one to stream. Might not seem exciting on the offset, but who knows? Okay, spread gun, back in business. Let's not lose it for the rest of the game if we can. Well, I guess it's somewhat weird because we'll die if we get hit at this point. The elevator action returns seems like it might have caught on more in the West. I don't know. If there's any data to substantiate that, I would be interested in knowing. But every single person I know who's played it says it's one of the greatest arcade games ever made. And how can you not say that when it has Jad the Taff as one of the playable characters? With his Desert Eagle. Okay, the amount of guys shooting me at this point is ridiculous. Okay. Lamest boss in the game by far. It's just two guns that once you destroy them, no enemies, they need to attack you, so... For such a hard stage, it didn't really put much effort into the boss. They were running out here. Although this stage is pretty much non-existent in the arcade version anyway. So. Anyway, here we are at the alien lair, and like I said, if you've beaten stages 6 and 7, this level's a breeze in comparison. Especially if you still have the shotgun. I mean, it's not a complete walkover, but shotgun, spread gun. Same difference. But, as you can see, I tear through the giant phallic alien head with ease. What you'll want to do, however, is make sure you destroy every single mouth that appears in the screen. Because those cotton thingies that flow out fly really quickly towards you if you give them a chance. Oh yes, Galactic Sword. I'm trying to remember what exactly that game is. It's some sort of 3D super scaler game, right? I briefly confused it with Galactic Attack, aka Gunlock, aka Lair Section, aka Ray Force. But I think Ray Force is the most official name to give that. And I am glad that Penetration made it onto there, dubiously named though it is. Da 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 da. Oh, here come the crabs, or the scorpions, or whatever the hell. This boss is actually a little harder in the arcade version because he's flanked by 6 of the pods instead of just 4. And I do recommend at least taking out the ones on the floor. But, you know, after that, the heart of the Red Falcon is a cinch. Although, from what I understand, Red Falcon is entirely an American manual invention. Okay. Woof. And there we have it. Far from my best play, but there's Contra beaten with relative simplicity. I indeed did it, thank you. I still need to rig my overlay to make the entire... Right when you beat Contra, hey there, X! I know you're a big fan of Contra, sorry you missed the entire playthrough just now, but... yeah. Still one of my favorite games ever. At this point, I am willing to honor something else to play at the moment. Preferably in the NES, but I could potentially switch it over to... It's all good, I've lived it. Wow, you actually fought Red Falcon on the Galuga Archipelago, or whatever it's called. Wow, no death... I've only ever no-deathed it once. I concede to you in that sense. How did I fare in this newest playthrough? Pretty shittily. I lost several lives in stages 4 and 5, and then I had to continue in stage 6. And then I almost had to continue again in stage 7, but I managed to steer it around near the end. Contra the Alien Wars for Game Boy. Ooh, do I have that set up? Mega Turken Director's Cut. Nice. Wait, there's a Director's Cut of Mega Turken? I know there's one of Super Turken, but I'm not familiar with the Mega Turken one. What does it change, if anything, significantly? But, yes, thank you very much. Contra the Alien Wars for Game Boy. Alright, I guess I can do that, but I gotta set up BGB on this, so give me a moment. My favorite hold music, if you'll indulge me. Hang on, I gotta take a drink. Alright, let's see here, BGB. Should have that. Yep, there it is. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so... Hey there, Zap Hero, welcome. Now, Zap, I have unfortunately already beaten Contra, but at Electric Boogaloo's suggestion, I am now going to play Contra the Alien Wars on the Game Boy. Uh-oh, that's not good for the stream window. Oh, shoot. Nuts. Sorry, let me get this under control. I forgot that puts up a border like it's, okay. It's on the super video. Okay. Anyway, I'll cut one wall there. Alright, it's time for revenge. Hey! That's not the line! It's supposed to be let's attack aggressively. Gosh darn it. I'm disappointed already. Let's see how the rest of this goes. Okay, wow, the barrier's short. These guys take several hits. It is loud, isn't it? Sorry about that. Let's see, sound. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go, there we go. So, this is a port. I forget how to use the bombs. This is a port. The spread gun just got horribly nerfed after Super C. Feels kind of useless here, honestly. But there are better weapons, so we'll see if we can get some of those better weapons. Oh, this is a weird one. Might be select. That sounds as valid as anything. Alright. Let's just drag the tank forward into Yeah, as per Factor 5, the music is very European computer. It's an admirable port for what it does, honestly. I will say. Crush gun, there's a barrier. The barrier's incredibly short, so I shouldn't really rely on it. Yeah, that GBA port was weird. That was the one that ported in those levels from Hardcore, right? That was a bizarre move. It felt kind of unfitting. As much as I love Hardcore, it's just... I don't know, man. It's just bizarre, elective. I mean, are we supposed to know who Colonel Bahamut is? You don't really have the context for it when you get there. Yeah, it is a GB game that I guess is running on some Super Game Boy. Oh, no. Head timing. Yes, they're both from the same route, exactly. So weird. F. Feel free to throw as many Fs around as you're able. I usually deserve it whenever I die. Of course, I'm going to complain like Darkside Phil if I don't. Oh, that's a name drop. Never mind. Okay. Here's Beast Kimco, although he doesn't break through a wall. He just kind of shuffles in naturally. Yeah, this is feeling like bootleg Turrican now. It's weird. Yeah, still with the Contra... Oh, it still has the Contra 3 music. Wow, that's something I'd actually have to see. I've never actually seen it in motion. Hang on. There's a tonsillo at the back of my throat. It's kind of being disrupted. Okay, I don't think it's being disrupted. Honestly, I'm really surprised that this stage survived. Didn't they have to make some compromise, like the other overhead stage was, like, taken out somehow? Yes, I picked up the F. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh yeah, and then that happens. Oh, it drops the hover cycle level. That's too bad. That's my favorite level from the SNES version, so that sucks. SA1 Alien. Oh yes, the SA1 ship, which improves performance, but also makes it harder because you don't have as much slowdown to work with. I did not get very far in the SA1 version of Gradius 3. Oh boy. Yeah, that stage is kept in the GBA one at least. But I guess I can understand why this port wasn't able to cut it. Oh well, c'est la vie. The barrier isn't doing much good. Now how... Oh boy. Excuse me. It might not be harder on SA1, you're correct. Thanks, X, I appreciate it. I mean, Factor 1 still did a pretty bully job of this port, all things considered. Come on, roast him in the sands. Oh god, run away! Run! Ah! Okay, you can die any time now. Please. Or do I have to destroy the tail first, maybe? Yeah, I think I do, I just realized. Jeez. Hey there, Clade! Welcome to my stream. Good to see you. Now, were you playing the SNES version, or the actual GB version that I'm playing right now? Okay. It doesn't seem like I'm hitting it. I can't tell. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, this one. Cool. BC. Alright, ACDC, fair enough. I feel like the flamethrower's range is a bit shorter on on the horizontal levels here. But it still is immensely powerful, at least. It was stronger than the weak-ass spread gun, which I just picked up now. Whoops. Probably compensate for a screen real sake. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, no! Almost nicked me there. Yeah, I still can't believe that this port exists and is as good as it is. Although, God, I hate this boss. I hate this boss no matter what the version. Oh no, that's not the part. That's not the bad part. The bad part is coming up. I haven't viewed any game sec. Maybe I should get on that at some point. Okay, this isn't the part that completely sucks yet. This is easily my least favorite stretch of the game. Sometimes I can admire a boss that doesn't die. Others I just like, fuck off. Oh yeah, I love Metroid Fusion too. Okay, now the bullshit part. I realize that maybe the thing is bad to use. Okay, there we go. Anything to make it go faster, please. Yeah, no, the flamethrower doesn't cut it, and I can't switch between weapons here. Oh well. You know what, I'll take the homing missiles, why not? That'd be especially powerful in the SNES version, but I think they might actually fare better here. Huh. It took out the searchlight boss, as I call it. Interesting. Oh well. Sacrifices must be made. Apparently the... Ow! Well, I can at least get the spread. Yeah, the barrier is so short. You can't tell when it's running out either. It's pretty hilarious, honestly. Alright. And then, I guess... Wait. No, we don't face Bub and Bob, or Bob 1 and Bob 2. We just go straight to the Robocorps. Well, I guess that's fair. Sadly, we go right to the big snatcher, yeah. that's a shame. Oh, well. I was going the other way. Watch out. Doesn't have the giant claws, but honestly pretty easy all in all. Oh well. So it is, and so it goes. Very nice indeed. And here we are in the sand dune area already. Although, you know, I guess this more or less puts it at the same length of Operation C. So. Yeah, this is seriously not a bad port. I think it's okay, all things considered. Although, I see that it reuses the music of the thing, so... Reuses the music from Stage 2, so that's kind of easy. Yeah, I'll bring the crush music. These don't spin me around so much as they just slow me down. Ah! I blew up. Yeah, X is probably the weakest track in the game. I'll give you that. So, no big ones. Okay, just jump them all. And we get a useless barrier out of it. Now, these bridges all... Yeah. Oh, mercy. Yeah, the safe shoot thing from Operation C and Contra Rebirth. That was a... God damn it! That was a canny use of that, I agree. Now, by the last level, do you mean the technological level or the giant brain fleshy level? Ah, there's one more level after that one, but oh, this boss is such a pain in the SNES version. Definitely makes use of making you sick with Mode 7. Here it doesn't seem as bad, but let's see. It was 3 AM. I remember spending an entire night to beat Snake's Revenge, and it was dawn, it was sunrise right when I beat it. Back when I was able to afford doing that, that was pretty cool. There we go. This boss is much easier on the Game Boy version. And yeah, you'll need to learn how to use the shoulder buttons correctly to survive against it. Alright, and then we're on to the final level. The F might have been a bad idea, but I'll stick with it for now. Thank you, Zap! Yeah, Contra 3 is probably my third favorite of the series. Oh, gosh, that sucks. Below, of course, the NES Contra, and if it's not a hot take, I have to admit I like hardcore more. Contra 3 is great, don't get me wrong, but hardcore is just a fun jamboree. There we go. The city of no importance. Because Sega does, yeah. Hardcore is so good. The original Zap, the Genesis one. Hot take, I didn't really care all that much for Uprising. It, didn't feel very Contra to me, and I just really couldn't get the knack for it. It just wasn't my thing. Hey, wait a minute. I'm fighting this guy a second time? That's cheating. Yes, you definitely do need to play hardcore Clay, although it is tough, to say the least. But you probably knew that already. Excuse me. I'll stick with the homing gun, actually. So you fight a second mouth instead of the heart. Interesting. And then we go right into the scuttling beast, or whatever it's called. The way that claw thingy moves is just so creepy. Uh-oh. Okay. I died. How are you doing? Damn. There we go. This boss is... Ah, fuck you! I destroyed you! Kaizo bullshit! Ah, nuts. Whatevs, let's keep going. What? A third mouth? What is this shit? They're really running out of ideas, I hate to say. Is this a compromise for being unable to fight the Silver Hawk? Because here we are already at the final boss. Yep, compromises had to be made here, I guess. It is what it is, I understand. Oh, shit. It does take a lot of punishment, though, I must say. At least I'm trying to destroy the arms first. If I'm able to? Am I able to? Oh. Oops, all mouths. Scroll Boss! Prime Up, dude, welcome! So glad you can make it. Much obliged to have you here, sir. Whew. As you can see, I'm playing the GB version of, Contra... not hardcore. Contra 3, The Alien Wars. Which, all things considered of an SNES to a Game Boy conversion, it's a much better port than it has any right to be. But it did have to make several compromises, to say the least. So, this final boss is a lot more durable than I remember him being. And I guess I still have the brainy phase to deal with. Oh god. You know what? I don't remember him spitting fire. Yeah, that flying boss is cool, I agree. Shame to lose it. My lives are certainly dwindling, though, so... gotta focus. Dyer! Welcome! As you can see, I am playing the version that is this. The Game Boy version of Contra 3. And do I have to deal with the brain too, or did it cut that out also? What? It cut the brain out! Son of a... I hate to say it, that ending was kind of flat. Oh well. I beat it, so that's something. Without continuing at that, pretty generous with the extra lives. So, yeah, that's, Contra 3 The Alien Wars very, very quickly wrapped up on the Game Boy, but so it goes, I suppose. Yeah, Holger Schmidt, that's definitely a name I've seen in conjunction with back to the fly. I don't know, Clay. I guess I was just really generous with the extra life. Thanks, Scrollboss. I appreciate it. Can you believe I'm just doing this on a keyboard because my stupid X input controller isn't working? Actually, maybe it works on BGB, but I haven't really had time to test that properly. So now, what should I do? What do I do? Maybe try Droid the Key. Yeah, I should look into some sort of middleman for that. That would be a good idea. I'll fiddle more with it later. Hey, thanks, Scrollboss. I'm decent playing with the keyboard. Years and years of having to forcibly do that. Imagine trying to play fighting games on the keyboard. Well, since Dyer and Scrollboss are here, I was thinking of jumping over to a certain arcade game that I think everybody would appreciate very much. I learned Street Fighter and keyboard. Yeah, indeed, Clay. I still think that 6-button fighters are a little easier to play in a keyboard, which is weird, but 4-button I'm okay with. Spider-Man 1991, no zap, although that is a decent suggestion. I should play that at some point. I was thinking of something just a little more, oh, what's the word? A little more disgusting, but in an artistic way. I did once CC it with a keyboard, you're correct. I don't know how I did that, but... well, since Dyer's here, what do you think I should do, huh? I think I should play Splatterhouse. Oh, everyone's gonna love this. I'm a little rusty at it, but hopefully I can still do pretty darn well. Insert Mr. Bootface here. Yeah, funny you say that, Extra, because, according to, of course, Dyer51 himself, who's currently here, the West Matchin caretaker, oh, thank you for stopping in, Boogaloo, I appreciate it. You take care, thanks for the suggestion on Contra 3, glad I was able to beat it live, and, peace. But yes... yeah, according to Dyer, Splatterhouse was also the name of a series of porn tapes, if I'm not mistaken. And, it ain't blood, I can tell you that. Oh, a little quieter, yeah, that's fair. There we go. Okay, let's go for... there we go, there we go. Okay. How's that sound? Just let me know how I am relative to the game's audio, or if I should bring the game audio up a bit more now. Oh, that's fine. The blood is green on some of the monsters, yes. Pretty sure it's green on the Deadites here, if I'm not mistaken, by default. Okay, a little louder. Let's go with that, then. Whoops. I wanted to decapitate the guy behind me, but, nah, there he goes. That was an accident. It's a very powerful swing, yes. Yeah, I think a lot of us found out that the Splatterhouse name the hard way. While searching for it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep. And there's that one that jumps in the middle. Woo! Flawless victory! I'm feeling incensed tonight, apparently. Should put that in the book. Splatterhouse book wasn't mine, though. That was Dyer's. Wrench. Wrench. Cleaver. Now, I've always wondered about the geography of the first two stages compared to what you face later, because Stage 3 sees you outside. Are you in, like, some sort of garage that's outside of the main house? Because it seems to be that Stage 4 onward takes place in the main house itself. Oh, I didn't know that about the third games app. Version I played is as bloody as ever. Actually, it has multicolored blood, as I remember. Love the sound design, the groan and the slosh, as you splatter these swamp monsters on the back. Oh, that's why it's called Splatterhouse, right? A garage with several stories. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can Rick Splatterhouse crouch? Yes, he can, yes. Well, of course it's Rick Taylor, but I guess he's Rick Splatterhouse now. Or John Splatterhouse, better yet. Now that's being ridiculous. There you go. Crouchy, 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 crouch. And then the room you escape from to go outside is this very nice and ornate, everything's trying to kill you room. I'm probably thinking too much about the logistics here, but it's made me wonder. Oh, oops, missed. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, that was really stupid. I forgot he took 3 hits. Shit. Oh, no. And I still have the painting to go, if I can even make it that far. Okay, no guarantees I'll win here. Ah, shit, I almost had it. Well, F. Man. I don't usually beef it so badly against the knife there. Oh well. I definitely deserved an F for that one, to say the least. Yeah, probably the biggest peculiarity of control in this game is how whenever you jump, you first throw out a kick, but then subsequently you keep punching until you land on the ground. This causes a little bit of hitbox disparity that is a bit annoying to deal with, but it's something that works out with practice. Huh. I haven't played Splatterhouse 3 in a while. It's been some time. Man, I was just one hit away from killing him last time. God damn it. Oh well. Beep. And now, out on the uh-oh trail. I am, of course, going to excise a little trick to get to the end. Of course, if you crouch and don't use the shotgun, and if you... Oh, I love these weird jelly blob baby things. Of course, this trick only works if I don't get dragged down into the bridge, so watch out for that. I can't afford to use a shot there, at least. Oh hey, there's a rock there. I'm not sure I knew it was there. Not that I need it, though. Just save 4 shells for when you fight Biggie Man. And there he is! Of course, I'm going to be a wuss and not get close to Mickey Man at all. Uh-oh, the purple clouds are rearing up behind me there. Oh no, oh no. Whoa. Slight fluke there. But he has no arms to hug me with. Well, okay, he's got arms, just not hands. I look amazing now, but trust me, when I get to stage 5, the veneer of skill is going to come crashing down all around me. I'm just being realistic. I've always loved the music here. Oh, what? No! Shit! No! Abort! Fuck! Rick was just sliding slightly forth, and I've never had that happen before! Oh, God! Well, now we have to go in the Boreworm penalty room, unfortunately. I'm just gonna do my best to keep these bastards away. Ah, shit. I lost 2 hearts for it, but I guess that could have gone worse. Well, that was stupid. Alright, let's continue. Yeah, the, slashy blades. The spinny blades. You know what? That's a good point, Expert. It also reminds me of what Genpei Tomaden did. You don't die right away, but you instead fall into another dimension, which I guess is like some sort of purgatory, and you're given a random chance to restore yourself. Although, you could just as randomly die just as well, so it is what it is. I know, like, anyone who hasn't played this before, it's obvious what happens here, but it's still so cool. If you can do the slide kick, though, and it's a special maneuver, then you are greedy. Go to torture room. Uh-oh. Nope, the slide kick. Do the slide kick. No, you idiot. There we go. I love how they collapse into dust there. That's a little animation that's, not in the TG16 version. Oh, shit. Yeah, I think Ninja Gaiden 3 isn't bad. Of course, I do prefer the Japanese version's relative easiness, but I did beat the US version once. It was a huge pain in the ass, but I did it. I think Ninja Gaiden 3's alright, all things considered. Yeah, I forget exactly what arcade board this ran on, but for when this game debuted, 87, 88, I think, the graphics are just astounding. That was stupid. The graphics are just astounding. Yeah, you can form 1-ups, right? It is more generous with 1-ups than previous games, correct. Right. Either I'm in the total flow of this fight or I'm not. Yeah, you're right, Clay. The animation is just astounding. Appropriately, it seems like one of those cliched video game creepypastas where the game shouldn't be as cool, shouldn't look as cool as it does. Okay. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. Damn it! I tried to hit you, you stupid bastard! I'm a little rusty at this game. But again, I expected said veneer to crash in Stage 5. Well, looks like we're getting a sneak preview of how much I'm sucking already. Okay. This is all for all the marbles, as they say. Okay. Damn it! Okay, super broke. Okay, maybe not, because this only have one heart left. Oh, thank God. Whew. You swear that one of the heads floating around the cross is a reference to something. What do you think, Snarb? That'd be interesting to know. I like how this almost makes you think it's the ending of the game. A very bizarre little fake-out moment. Is it a game or a metal band that you're thinking of, maybe? Nope, Jennifer's still there. The real game begins here. A famous manga. Huh, interesting. Is it one by Junji Ito, perhaps? I find this ironic. You use lumber to destroy lumber. Not by Ito. Gotcha. The squishy brain matter on the floor. And then the hands that are flipping you off. Fake-out endings are perfect for horror. I mean, I guess that's what the original Friday the 13th did, right? Oh, shit. Wow, I'm an idiot. Well, what else would you... I see what you did there, Zap. Okay, now I'm going to do a real bitch move here. No, second thought. I'm just going to stick with it. I was going to die on purpose so I have more lives, but... Well... I might not have to. Nice old-school Metallica reference. Fight Fire with Fire, first track off of Ride the Lightning. Probably the album that most certainly put them on the map if Kill 'Em All didn't do that already. Wow! I am bad at this. Oh, boy. I know there's a trick with maneuvering those platforms, but I forget what exactly. You know, these lady ghosts with the skulls are apparently called chokers. I like their design. Kill 'Em All, still your favorite Metallica album. Rad! It's still a great album, yes. Oh. God. We might be here a little while. Society. Yep. Well, it's okay. I intend to beat this game. I'm feeling in the zone. Kinda. The ghost ladies make you think of Symphony of the Night. Yet there were some enemies like that, as I remember. You know what? Well, it's been a bit of a while since I played Symphony, though. Oh, yes! Expert, YYZ is a Rush song. I make that my initials because I'm such a dork. Although, I guess I could go with SOT and that would work just as well, but... No ass Alright, fine, Clade. If I find myself at the continue screen again, I'll enter ass next time. Anything for my loyal fan base. Oh, man. Craftman do. Expert, if you ever want to listen to some Rush, I can point you in the right direction for what's good and what's... Okay, well, most of it is good. Here, I'm going to go the low road this time. And yes, they are flipping me off. It's not a fluke. So it looks like we're down in a repeat of the sewer level. A sewer level that is not awful, although now I have to deal with these guys without lumber. Oh yes, this room. This room's special. You face a mid-boss here, this floaty necromancer guy who I failed to punch because I'm stupid. Shit. Shit, get over. No, 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 no. Ah. Okay, there we go. Oh no! Oh. And then that guy's just like, hey, I'm gonna get you! And then he just killed me. Jurassic Bark. This is definitely the oddest track in the game, and you only hear it here. Yes, I love how little of that song you hear in the main game. Indeed, Snarf, it is what would be called a wasted song, I guess, in modern parlance. Okay, I think I have Necromancer on the ropes here. As long as he doesn't resurrect me. There he goes. And his little hat floats down, too. I want to keep taking the low road. I do like how this stage offers up several pathways, though. It is pretty cool. Sega got scared if you put good music. You sound like my brother played. Although he has lately started to consider the upsides of it. Okay, maybe this is the wrong play. Oh my god, that was just bad. Fuck. Maybe this is the wrong way to go. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Do this, I hope. Although I only have 2 hearts, and it's going to be really hard to fight the evil boss at the end of this. Okay, 1 heart. Oh, nuts. I'm boned. Whoa. Hey there, Zeph. I can see that you have some glitchiness there, but I understand. Thank you very much for stopping in. Hope to see you back here in the future, and take care. Anyway, I only have 1 heart to take on evil Jennifer. I assure you this is going to end in failure. But I'll do my best. It's clear, you got it. Yeah, exactly, Clay. No pressure. No pressure, right? Although, if you ask me, this is arguably the hardest boss in the game. Although the stage 6 boss is a huge joke too, so Oh! Shaka, when the walls fell. Oh man, I didn't even make it to the high score screen this time. I couldn't even pop in ass. Yeah. Yeah, I did continue once already. Oh, oh, no, come on. No, no, no. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm already off on a bad note here. I'll take the high road again, then. Okay, let's see. So some jump there, some jump there. Jump there, jump there, jump there. This isn't a platformer, but darn if this isn't for some tricky jumping. Okay, good. See if I can make it through this room without getting skulls dropped on me. I like those creepy women, ghost face portraits there. Again, for the year this game came out, it's astounding that everything about it is just as detailed as it is. Okay, got through that without much turmoil. And now a reprise of the mirror room. I feel asleep. Oh shoot, Dyer, did you actually fall asleep? Well, I've just been doing poorly at stage 5, as usually happens when I get to stage 5. Come on, Psychic. Actually, you know what? Screw you! I'll just move on. Uh-oh. We gotta go through another war room to get to the boss. Hopefully I can get through it without much agony. Aha! Success! Well, I think they're called the boar worms because of what happens to Jennifer in Splatterhouse 3 when you don't save her in time. They literally, like, bore into her skull and she becomes a mindless beast. And it freaked me out so badly that I turned off the Genesis the first time I saw it. Oh, times. Uh-oh. Shit! Okay. A full 4 hearts. Hopefully I can survive this. But, as you can see, this boss is incredibly difficult. Both physically and emotionally. Okay. I guess that works. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Bullshit! I didn't have any room to get out there. So, yeah. Possibly the hardest boss in the game. You understand, right? No, I can't duck her stabs, I'm afraid. She attacks like Slagra in Super Castlevania 4. If anyone understands that reference. You know, I think I have a new strategy. Again, changes to hell. I flew too close to the sun there. Well, as per Clade's suggestion. I feel like trying that stunlock strategy again, though. My new strategy was not to die like an asshole, for the record. But, you know, it can happen. Oh, what arcade bullshit, Clade? Like how AVP is the best beat-em-up ever in the arcades? The best belt-scroller beat-em-up. Anyway. Well, if nobody's bored of me taking on Splatterhouse, then I'll take as many tries at it as I may. And yes, Snarbu, that purple stuff chases after me. It's an instant cloud of death. In every room. It was really fun, indeed, X. Sarbu, that purple cloud is only in the arcade version, also, I should note. I'm going to go down again this time, although that was probably a rougher route. But then I'm going to go up and see what that does. Who did you beat it with, X? I'm curious. Oh, Clade, 19XX. That's definitely my favorite game in that series. I should really play 1943 more. It's got that classic package. Oh, no problem, Dyer. I'd love to play Splatterhouse again. As many times as possible. But I will see you later, and I'll let you know how the rest of this playthrough goes. You take care, man. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Shh. Oh boy, this is going really poorly, isn't it? Oh hey! He just flies off if you don't kill him in time. Well, that's a little annoying, but at least he's not a threat anymore. Lin is really cool to play as. Very tough to play, but really neat. Oh, for God's sakes. So I won't have to play her. Man, who is the shop owner that would get mad for helping someone at chess? That sounds like a real alpha move, if you ask me. Totally bogus. Take care, Dyer. See you around now. Oh, hey, thanks for the bits, Chuck. I appreciate it. Much obliged. Make it to the exit. Oh, God. Ooh. Okay. So, I'm going to try this time stunlock strategy to beat Possessed Jennifer. Because I don't feel like fighting her the natural way. It's just still following you during the... Snarvu, what sort of Kaizo hack is this? She won all the games. Well, I am jealous. I'm not very good at chess. Okay. I have to be standing right next to her for it to work. I understand. This strategy might have some flaws. Nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. God damn, I'm good. Okay, and then she does the really stupid short hop thing. Holy fucking shit! I mean, it sucks that I killed my girlfriend, but I did that without taking a hit. Wow. Bittersweet, to say the least. Wow. It's like, I can't exactly hoot and holler for that victory, but I'm amazed it worked out that way. Unfortunately, I can't cheese the Stage 6 boss as much. While much shorter than Stage 5, this stage might in fact be even more obnoxious. All it is just these floating goobers just floating, and then they hatch. The obligatory lasagna and spaghetti stage. Yes, indeed, so. I'm gonna try and not let them hatch, but I make no guarantees. It is like the Turbo Tunnel, you're right. And why did it look like lasagna anyway? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're loose. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Very cool music here that only plays on this stage. Oh good, a bonus life. I can use it. Oh! Damn it, we were right at the heart, too. This stage sucks and is honestly harder than the final level. I'm gonna turn up the music a bit, though. F indeed. God, I hate this level so much. Hey, Uni! Welcome back! Good to see ya. I have indeed returned to Stramming. And I am playing Splatterhouse right now. I am indeed alive, yes, if you can believe it. I just decided, what the hell, I haven't been at this in a while. Thanks, Uni, I appreciate it. Much obliged. Alright. But for now, I gotta focus. Aww. Yeah, I just didn't stream for 2 years and then... Song! Good to see you here! What up? As you can see, I'm playing Splatterhouse and killing a lot of fetuses. And now I just need to punch this heart really, 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 really fast. Oh, whoa. And then run, because that juice will kill you. Wow! That didn't take as long as I thought it would. Alright, well, shit, we're on the final stage now. Actually, farming those bubbles for the record, scroll. I am jealous of that. But yeah, I guess that is how you rack up massive points, although I could not fathom it for the life of me. This stage isn't as bad as the last one, but it's no slouch. And the final boss is really... Hey, Tax! Welcome! Welcome in! Good to see ya! Man, it's really a party now, huh? I am about to beat Splatterhouse. Although, no guarantees... No, yes, X, the fire enemies are... Tax. This is the first Splatterhouse, and this is the final boss, Hell Chaos. So many cool sounds that this boss makes. It's a very weird perspective on those hands, too. Wait, now. Uh-oh. Woo! Oh, shit. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh! Shaka when the walls fell. I almost had it there. Almost had it. Oh well. One more continue, I guess. I killed Jason. I am indeed a bastard. Huh? There we go. Alright. One more. Best 8. You're right, Snarbu. No expert. I believe your continues in the arcade version are infinite. Strangely enough, the TurboGrafx 16 version only gives you 5 continues to beat. Right on with the South Park gag, exactly. More like Best P, exactly. Oh, jeez. Alright, now let's take on Hell Chaos again. I know that the Human Torch is... Yeah, Johnny Storm's a jerk. I thought he was better than Reed Richards in that regard. Ow. Hot take, the Fantastic Four would be so much better if Reed Richards wasn't in it. And those falling pieces of debris are kind of hard to avoid. Ooh, stream the Power Rangers games. Yes, Uni, definitely do that. That's what Johnny wants me to think. I know, right? Or maybe it's the original, Ow. Or maybe it's the, original Human Torch that was an android. Hey, I win! Instant 100,000. Oh, song! I would like to stream Inscription, actually. Man, that's some flashing color. Hey, thanks everybody. Oh man, if I get into Inscription, Wordito, that's a very good question. No one knows exactly who that face is, but some do think it is the ghost of Dr. West, the mansion's owner. Also one of the just saddest endings ever. Rick's girlfriend is dead, and he just has, silence and pain sticking with him after. It's just like, very surprisingly dour and, mature, minimalist storytelling here. But yes, the credit is Paya, indeed. Okay, now... no, Clade, I don't believe the console version has more of an ending. In fact, I think it has less of one because the mask doesn't laugh at the end. Okay, so... I'm tempted to do something weird. I want to stream Inscription, but... I'm close to beating the game, and without the context leading up to it, it might leave everyone else lost. So I don't know. Yeah, sorry, Uni. That's incredibly bad form on my end. I'm making sounds like Rich Sanchez. I shouldn't be doing that. So, does anybody mind if I spoil Inscription, or should I hold off for now? I do too. That's fair, that's fair. The mask ain't dead yet. I probably shouldn't put Inscription up on the live feed. I'm afraid. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't go for Inscription on this stream. It is indeed a game. Here, let me just hold up. I need to decide what I want to play next. Yes, text. This music is from Waterworld on the SNES. Oh, song. A scary game. What would be a good scary game to play then? Galgun. Galgun's a scary game, alright. Let me see, what else can we play? Dr. Chaos. Oh, Clade, that bid for AVP actually is not a bad idea. In fact, it's a very good idea. It's technically kind of a horror game now that you mention it. Well, horror action game, but still. Alright, that's enough of the Waterworld music then. Okay. It's scary good. Yes, indeed.
Time to hunt. Select your claim.
I just kind of speed through the context of everything, though. I'm gonna be Dutch.
Round 1.
Devil Captain. So yes, the unbridled chaos of this game still amazes me to this day.
I got it.
Hey, no problem, Max. This game's slightly quieter than the other ones I played, but...
I got it.
Yeah. Well, where? He's my main too, so... I don't know what to tell you, man. Who plays not the Fraggers? Well, Expert was playing as Lynn when she beat this game earlier, so... Exactly. Bam! Alien pile drive.
I got it.
Ow. Ow.
I got it.
Oh yeah, right. Really shouldn't stand over bosses. Hey, be nice, Clay. I think NECA made a bigger mistake. Sorry. Cliched, but I couldn't resist it. Yes, there are a lot of very phallic alien designs in this game. Strange Red Check this feeling. What they're dropping out? You don't really need to know the story. There's not much of it. I just speed through it.
I got it.
Okay, the grenade launcher is missing at close range. Fantastic weapons. Overheated like a dingus. Yes, Lynn does at least get to be in Capcom games, so that's something to look at. Or Simone in Spike, which I think was an XP of her, if I'm not mistaken. But I might be mistaken. But they're like the movie like Mega figures, not Capcom style. Oh darn. But that's fair. That would be more recognizable, I suppose.
I got it.
Alright. Yeah. A very, very meaty Dutch figure with the inhuman proportions that he has would certainly be cool. I mean, he's got a metal arm, for God's sakes. How do you make Arnold more badass than the metal arm? Why not? See, American metal. That's kind of cool. And an oxymoron.
I got it. I got it.
Whoopsies. Arnie wasn't in Aliens. No, he was not. Now, the only definitive link that Aliens and Predator 2 have are Bill Paxton.
I got it.
Dylan, you son of a bitch. Psh. Ow. I'm getting kind of overrun here. It's okay. You get out. Hey, no guarantees. Maybe not. Fuck. Shit. Yeah. That's why I like the Punisher a lot, Clay. Guns you and me make even much fun. You rarely see them, I guess, with good reason. Razor Claws here is pretty tough. As early as you fight him.
I got it.
Ow! Great.
Let it burn.
He indeed sounded like he was dropping some sort of F-bomb. Well, I am too, fairs. Hey, a pipe! Shoot.
I got it.
Shoot.
I got it.
The pipe is feeling a little underwhelming. Oh well, I guess it does the job. Bizarre end, but I'll take it. Alright. Yes, the pipe isn't blessed by Mike Agmore. Now just stay still and run everything down. Actually, it shouldn't be enough. This is more of a bonus stage than anything else. Except that you do have to kill this arachnoid alien in the rest. It's the purple one. It's not staying on speed very well. Spread my bullets. Easy peasy. Alright, I'll see how far I can get in this stage before I die. Curse request wordito? What request would that be? I make no guarantees. If it's,
I got it.
But maybe... Oh, I shouldn't have taken that already. Shoot. No! I was really hoping you wouldn't play. No can do.
I got it.
No cutie pop either. Battletoads Arcade. You know, why not? I'll see how far I can get here. And then I'll go over to it. Shoot. Wow! I totally ate shit there. I usually do a little better, but I haven't played in a while. So, Battletoads, indeed. Oh, it's actually 2 words. Battletoads. The volume's a little quiet by default, but that's probably for the best. Oh, I need 2 coins. Fine. I gotta be rash. The volume's a little quiet by default. There's not really a lot I could do about that. See, this is it at its maximum. This game starts out quite cool, but I do think it overstays its welcome past about the 3rd level or so. Still, it's pretty neat. Boop. 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 That is pretty funny. Hey, see you later, Scroll Boss. Thank you so much for stopping in. You take care, and I'll see you around, man. Smashy, smashy. Boop. I like how these rats just skeletonize when I kill them. Man. Boop. Kick their big fat butts into the stratosphere. Yes, indeed, Tax. Cowabunga. Man, funny how the Battletoads are more or less the result of Turtles mania. For as much good as it did them. Ow. Oh, they just double-teamed me, and, foremost error I have with this game is that it doesn't have any bailout attacks when you get hit, so you just kind of have to take it if you get caught in a loop like that. And, Clay, this isn't the first this isn't just the first Battletoads in arcade, it's the only arcade Battletoads as far as I know. Street Shark, so that was a thing. Very buff Sharkmen was probably somebody's fetish. And yeah, Biker Mice from Mars, that was another one. What else? Maybe SWAT Cats? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure exactly. The toys go for stupid amounts of money for Street Sharks. Yikes. Man, I'm really getting my ass kicked here. I've heard SWAT Cats is a good series. Maybe I should get to it sometime. Yeah, that SNES game is pretty damn hard, you're right. Yes, it is spelled with a K, exactly. Man, I might not even beat the first stage before I lose here. Belch. And here comes the guy, General Slaughter. Oh no! Yep. Uni, I completely understand that. I don't think I could ever beat the NES Battletoads again, either. I did do that once. It took me 2 fucking weeks of training, and it was agonizing. So I guess 2 weeks is still kind of impressive, all things considered. Oh, jeez, I lose already. Too bad. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, Battletoads and Double Dragon is quite good, if I do say so. Probably the best game in the series, really. And now, for no reason, I'm just going to play Street Fighter Alpha 2 because of it. But, if anyone wants to tell me what character I should be, then I will gladly honor any suggestions. Who out of the 18 should I be, huh? I will honor any requests. Rose. Good suggestion. Okay. Thanks, Tax. Thank you for your candor. Sakura also a valid choice, but Blade got here first, I'm afraid. Also, if no one had anything, I was going to pick Aiden. Oh, right, that's only an anti. Whoops. Rose is insanely cool. And funny enough, except for Dan, the only... Oh, what Clay? What you got? Oh, Shoetsu what? Oh yeah, right. Let's see. Notice how Cody checks Rose out and then Jessica gets mad at him. That's pretty cute, I gotta say. The devil's in the details, so to speak. And yes, Uni, you're correct. In the storyline, Rose is the good side of M. Bison. Which is really weird, and I have no idea how that works, but it is what it is. Yep. Rose vs. Sakura, best match anyone could ask for. And yes, he does. Cody's a pervert. And then to think he would go to jail right after this game.
Round 2, fight!
Okay, I'll take that. Akura. Arukas. That's a nice name. I like it. Expert. Cody went to jail between Street Fighter Alpha 2 and 3. I don't remember the exact circumstances. Some say he just couldn't stop fighting after he beat the Mad Gears. Some say that Eddie and Poison actually set him up. But whatever the case, he went all sour afterward. Fighting was like the only thing in life he liked. But then, like, everyone was bored. You know, X, if you don't know about that, then I should play as Cody in Alpha 3 right after this. After I beat Adon, I'll show you. That's the way I do it.
Round 2, fight!
Oh, sorry. That key audio is pretty loud. I am really shitty with volume adjustment. It's been a running theme tonight. But, yeah, if you haven't seen Jail Cody yet, I should oblige you.
This is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Street Fighter Alpha 3. Select your character.
Here he is.
Select your fighting style.
Cody used to be a hero, famous for saving Metro City. Bored with peaceful life, he kept fighting, day and night, until he was jailed. One day he managed to break out of prison. Wandering outside, he now seeks something that'll satisfy him. Yeah, for the longest time, I was kind of baffled on why they suddenly made Cody this grimdark jailbird. I mean, before he was just kind of like a good old boy. And like, there wasn't much to him. He was the hero, right? But, it kind of adds to his character, I will say. And how that Street Fighter V actually cleaned him up and made him the mayor, taking over for Hagar, I thought that was pretty nice. That being said, he's one of my favorite characters. He's immensely powerful in this game. Whoa! Your stepdaughter's actually like that? Holy shit! Huh. Sounds like they could use a bit of discipline there. Holy crap. Yeah, the Saturn game. What was it called? Final Fight Revenge. Which, apparently, nobody liked. Oh, that was a huge bust. Wow. Damn you. That's pretty insane, I gotta say. Sounds like a character right out of a manga, actually. I don't mean to make light of it, but that's pretty interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. The difficulty in Alpha 3 seems harder than that of Alpha 2, for some reason. I just keep jumping at the enemy. I should really just not. Do that so much. How else do I approach the opponent? Dang it, Chun-Li. It's enough. Oh! Boom! And there's Eddie there. Such a cool background, that too. This will not be my final fight. Hey, see what they did there? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. There's a lot of debate on whether Alpha 2 or Alpha 3 is more preferred. You're an idiot, Ken. Here's my punishment. Oh, come on. Oh, come on! Damn it! Fuck you, pretty boy. Well, now I'm at disadvantage here. Chimichangas are a very good idea. I almost had them when I was at a Mexican restaurant called Plaza Azteca. I decided to get these birria tacos instead, which were delicious but very messy. But I also got a chili relleno, and that was a lot. Ow. For fuck's sake, you stupid... I'm getting mad, apparently. You know what? That was bullshit. He just kept no-selling my attacks. I'm just gonna go again. Besides, it's near 2, and I should probably cut the stream soon anyway, but...
Go for broke.
Power move. Yeah, sorry, Wardino, no T-Hawk in this version. He is in the console versions, though. I do think that T-Hawk is underrated, personally. Although, that other guy, DJ's a rare character who was actually improved in the movie version. Also, a normal throw should not do that much damage. Holy shit, the AI cheats in this game. Also, Ken is very flowcharty. He just keeps throwing out Shoryukens and hope that it'll do something. Okay, I guess that did something. Ooh.
Hey, come on, stand up. Face it straight.
When all else fails, throw a rock at him. Yep, Cody can delay that stone. Hey, this is actually working pretty well. Spam, 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 spam. Going in for the kill. I can't believe that worked. Like a schoolyard bully. Unbelievable. One more fight, for better or worse. Oh, Charlie, he's a tough one. Ken Masters humbled by Pebbles. Indeed.
Go for broke.
I don't think Charlie's going to fall for that as much, but maybe he will. No, Charlie thinks my rock throwing strategy is bullshit. It kind of is, I don't blame him. Ow! Ow! Oy. Ugh. Yeah, the default difficulty in this game is just feels jacked up. Jesus. God! Fucking... Yeah. Come on! This is input reading. I'm taking the cheese strategy out. Well, that was incredibly poor, but, I'm running out of energy anyway. It's 2 AM. Thankfully, I don't have work tomorrow. I have MLK day off, but, I think I'm going to cut the stream here. I beat 3 games already, and it was very, productive and incredulous as it was, so... Thank you all so much for stopping in. Old and new, great to have you. I hope to get more of an audience as well. The sky's the limit, so thank you all so much for stopping in. You take care. I might be back here tomorrow. I don't know. I need to think about it. I should uni. I intend to. Thank you very much. And I'm back on Twitter as well. Mike, the Digital Kid, aka Sotenga. Y'all take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you all later.